Alright guys, so as you know, with Season 11, we have up to 250 traits for the Tower of Sweet Chaos, and I've officially reached all the way up to 150 as of right now, so I wanted to kind of show you guys what it is going to be. From 150, as you can see, there is no treasure effect here, no charge cookie, no healing cookie, and then now moving on to the 151 tray, or the first tray here, we can see that the difficulty actually goes from boss, regular, and then we go regular again. And then, but this time around, there's 3 different types of cookie you can't use. You can't use defense, you can't use healing, and you can't use ambush. So we definitely can see that it becomes a lot more difficult, you know, preventing you from using cookies that you guys would want to use. Like, if you don't have a lot of cookies built, then this definitely becomes a difficulty right here. Yeah, the rules become really strict here. And on top of that, the power increased by 20,000 again. So let's see how difficult it is. At least, but the good thing is that at least the treasure effect is back for this particular stage, right? So there is that bonus. But there we go. Good thing BTS, right? BTS is a special cookie and is not considered any sort of type of cookie, right? Not a healer class or anything like that. It's just literally called a BTS cookie. So there's that perk where BTS can always be used inside of the Tower of Sweet Chaos. But yeah, definitely Pinecone. Oh man, Pinecone is so strong here. But the rule definitely become a stricter here. This is going to be hard for people, I feel like. Don't you think? The rule, making that rule here is going to be pretty hard for players. But you can see right here, I mean, the rewards, nothing like super special, I feel like. Does require 10 keys. And as we, like, it's 120. It's the same. It's the same thing here. I think it's just really going to depend on, like, once we get to more of the chest, like how different is it going to be. So let's just keep going. If I can't use farming treasures and auto Tower Sweet Chaos, oh. Tower Sweet, I feel like starting here, you're going to really have to think about the team synergy and such. All right, this time around, it's no magic cookie, and the power is constantly going up now. It's increasing by 10,000 every single time, it seems like, guys. About 10,000. Yeah. So here we go. Here we go. And let's see. Oh, we have the assassin. The assassin hurts. But I mean, Sherbet just kind of destroys, dude. And we have Pinecone. So in case like you can't use a tank or a defense or a charge, you can just use Pinecone now. And Pinecone will carry your or tank for your team pretty much here. Alright, the Pinecone just insane. Jeez. And Pinecone does stun even if they are not frozen, guys. Or even though they don't have frost, Pinecone is able to stun. So definitely, okay, definitely looking at it, it's gonna be easy for people, a player like me, right? Player like me who have multiple cookies leveled up and such. But for certain players, especially newer players, oh, this is gonna be difficult. It's because you getting rid of 3 different class of the cookies being able to be used inside of this and the team building, it's gonna be hard. I think the fact that you get rid of defense and charge, if they get rid of defense and charge at the same time, will be probably the most difficult one for the majority of the people. And on top of that, you know, maybe like having no summoners or something like that. I mean, there's a lot of ways to work around it, but it's going to require players to have these kind of cookies leveled up in order to take advantage of it. So I think that's the most difficult thing here. So according to the viewer, it seems like these kind of cookies are appearing a lot more often here and more regularly. And you can see that they are pretty darn tanky. They're definitely a lot tankier than having that arena, quote-unquote, arena battle with the enemies. And of course, I mean, Sherbet still absolutely destroys, but they were pretty tanky in the beginning. Okay, now this is trade 156, and I can't use support or range, so I have to get rid of Sherbet here. That's when I just use Black Pearl. And I still can't use defense. So I guess I'll just use a charge cookie or magic cookie.
Looks like you need my powers.
See something like this. Yeah, I think 150 plus is gonna become pretty difficult. Yeah, for a good chunk of players. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be the most difficult one. I think it's gonna happen sooner or later as you keep progressing throughout the trades. There's gonna be like 3 different classes you can't use, and then no treasure effect at all. I think that's gonna be the worst thing, and I think that is actually gonna happen sooner or later. As of right now, we're just kind of, you know, warming ourselves up towards that place. But I think around like 160 maybe, we might get to that point where we can't use treasure effects as well. But as of right now, I mean, yes, it's doable, but is it going to be doable for everybody? I don't think it's going to be doable for everybody. And that's when you're going to have to start, like, you know, of course, get into just farming. Don't waste your key. Make sure to repeat the stages, because the repeating rewards are not bad either, right? So definitely you can try out and just keep repeating it so that you guys have the XP Star Jellies and the rewards, like the Sugar Crystals is the most important one, I think, from the Tower of Sweet Chaos. So, all right, but as of right now, so far, oh, right here, look at that. Epic Cookies only 3, and then they get rid of 2 of the classes as well. So maybe they might not have 4. I hope it doesn't go down to the 4, but we'll just have to see. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. Definitely, you're gonna need to start investing in different types of cookies in order to tackle these trays, okay? Because it is gonna become pretty darn difficult as you keep climbing, and when these particular you know, restrictions come into play. So that's kind of a first overview of the 150 plus trays here, guys.